are so many breastfeeding positions out there, but how do you know which is the best one? I'm going to share with you the most common breastfeeding positions and tell you which two positions are my favorite. And they're the ones that are commonly recommended by lactation consultants. Hi, my name is Kate. I'm a lactation educator counselor and the founder of Mighty Milk. I'm also a baby registry certified expert and a mom of two.
With my first baby, I didn't understand how to position him and get a good latch, and I struggled with everything from nipple pain to low milk supply. With my second baby, everything was different. I knew how to position him in a way that was comfortable for both of us.
Now I'm going to teach you the info that helped me go from struggling with breastfeeding to thriving. Let's get right into it. When your baby is positioned properly in a way that is comfortable for you and your baby, it can make a huge difference in your ability to breastfeed successfully. The opposite is also true. If your baby isn't positioned properly, it can lead to nipple pain for you and your baby not being able to get enough milk. So learning how to position your baby is actually super important. Who is this video for? You're in the right place if you're pregnant and considering or planning to breastfeed your baby, but you feel unconfident, anxious, or unprepared. You're in the right place if you're the parent of a newborn and you're struggling to find a position that works for you and your baby. First up is the cradle hold. In this position, you cradle your baby in your arms. Your baby's head is resting in the crook of your elbow, and their body is facing yours. In this position, you can use a nursing pillow, but you don't need to. One thing to note is that although this is a popular position, it's not always easy with the newborn because it doesn't give your baby as much support as some other positions do. The cross cradle hold. This position is common with newborns and small babies. It's similar to the cradle hold, but the difference is that your baby's body is positioned along your opposite forearm. Because your baby is fully supported on your opposite arm, you can better control their positioning. And you can use your free hand to hold your breast if you wish. The football or rugby hold. It's called the football or rugby position because your baby is like a football under your arm. You can support your baby's head with your hand. Many parents who try this position use a nursing pillow. This is a good position to try for newborn babies, for moms recovering from a C-section, those with twins, or those with larger breasts. I use this position occasionally myself in the first week or two of each of my baby's lives. Upright or koala positioning. This is my favorite position, and it is one that is commonly recommended by lactation consultants. In this position, your baby's body is well supported by your body, and they are upright as they feed. They have access to their hands, which they use to find your breasts and latch on. Meanwhile, your body can be supported by pillows in whichever way you feel is most comfortable. You do not need a nursing pillow to use this position, and sometimes nursing pillows can even get in the way. Side lying position. This is another one of my favorites. It is very similar to the upright position, except that you and your baby are lying down, usually on a bed. The same principles apply as an upright position. Your baby's body is well supported and your own body is resting and comfortable. The side laying position can be a bit tricky to learn, but don't give up. It is so worth it to be resting and relaxing while your baby nurses. There are a few more positions, but these are really the most common. No matter which position you use, try to ensure that your baby has a good latch by tickling your baby's upper lip with your nipple. It may sound silly, but this helps your baby open up their mouth wide like they're eating a hamburger. If your baby has a latch that feels painful, take them off by gently sticking your pinky in their mouth and try again. If you're having persistent pain that doesn't go away or you're dealing with cracked nipples, you should reach out to a lactation consultant or IBCLC immediately for personalized support. In the US, these appointments are often covered by insurance, so check with your provider. Also, remember that you deserve to feel comfortable. Get water, a phone charger, snacks, pillows, and whatever else you need. That way you can have them handy and be prepared for long days or nights of nursing. Now I want you to imagine something. Can you imagine what a difference it would make for your postpartum life if breastfeeding was going well and you felt confident and calm? One thing that is not talked about enough is how much of an outsized role breastfeeding plays in postpartum life. If you're a first-time mom, maybe you were like me and imagined peacefully rocking your baby in their adorable nursery, everything quiet and calm. But the reality for so many of us is so different, because when breastfeeding isn't going well, it can color everything. It can impact how you feel about your transition to motherhood, how you feel about your partner, how you feel about your life with your new baby. But the opposite can also be true. When breastfeeding is going smoothly, the anxiety quiets, the stress and overwhelm drops. Sure, you're still tired and underslept, and you probably still have dishes piling up in the sink. But when you have this confidence, it is a huge shift, and it can make all the difference in how you're able to adjust to your new life with your baby. In the US, 6 out of 10 moms stop breastfeeding before they'd wanted to. But there's good news. You don't need to sit there feeling hopeless. You need steps you can take so that you know what to do to get breastfeeding off to the best possible start. Or if you're already breastfeeding, you need to know what to do to overcome common challenges. Now I'd like to invite you to Mighty Milk's breastfeeding classes. The first one is for expectant parents, and the second one is for parents of babies 0 to 12 weeks old. These classes literally changed my life. They helped me go from struggling with breastfeeding and feeling totally overwhelmed to thriving with it. Our classes are rated 5 out of 5 stars on Facebook from parents who have been in your shoes. Jennifer said, I just took the breastfeeding for expectant parents class and I am blown away at the amount of quality information that I just learned in such a short amount of time. I keep thinking of that saying, you don't know what you don't know. That's exactly how I feel right now. I had no idea of all of the things that are involved in being successful at breastfeeding, and now I know. I feel so much better prepared for the first weeks after my baby will be born. Still nervous, but way more prepared. And I can't believe how fun it was. I had been reading a breastfeeding book, but these videos are so much easier to digest. I couldn't stop watching them. Laura said, I took the online breastfeeding class and it was so helpful. I loved how you could watch and rewatch shorter segments at your leisure. I remember so much that I learned being put to use in the hospital, and the nurses and lactation consultant even commented that they could tell I was prepared. I would definitely recommend this class to any expectant parents looking to learn about breastfeeding, and would probably even take it again someday if I need a refresher. 10 out of 10. The class is broken down into short videos that you can watch all at once or over time, so you can change the course of your postpartum life just by sitting on your couch for an hour or two. And you can grab your partner and watch together, since their support plays an important role in your breastfeeding success. My breastfeeding journey with my babies inspired me to help other families avoid the frustration and difficulty that I experienced. I teamed up with the amazing lactation consultant who was life-changing for me and my family. She is why I was able to breastfeed my second baby successfully. She has helped hundreds of families reach their feeding goals, and now she can help you too. In the Breastfeeding for Expectant Parents class, you'll learn what's normal with a breastfed baby, all about building your milk supply, how to position your baby to avoid nipple pain, how to tell if your baby is hungry, how to tell if your baby is swallowing, and that's a super important one worth the whole class, how to tell when breastfeeding is going well and when to get help, tips for maximizing nighttime sleep, how to get started with pumping and bottle feeding, adjusting to life with a breastfed baby, how to get out of the house with a breastfed baby, nutrition, coffee, alcohol, and medication while breastfeeding, and so much more. In the Breastfeeding Your Baby class for parents of babies 0 to 12 weeks old, you'll learn all of what's in the Expectant Parents class, plus how to avoid and overcome challenges with nipple pain, low milk supply, engorgement, plugged ducts, mastitis, and then concerns with gassy baby, latch concerns, and so much more. Now we're at a point where you need to make a decision. Maybe you'll cross your fingers and hope that breastfeeding will go well. Or maybe you'll comb through YouTube videos or social media groups trying to piece together advice. But who knows how trustworthy this information will be and whether it'll actually help you. Or you can make the choice to invest in your breastfeeding relationship by following the guidance of an IBCLC who's helped hundreds of families, all of this in just one class with a few hours of video that can make the difference between whether or not you're able to reach your breastfeeding goals. I want to make this extra easy for you. I want you to succeed. I want you to be able to have a rewarding breastfeeding relationship, and by the way, that includes pumping, for as long as you would like. So I'm offering a guarantee. If you finish the class and you're not satisfied, let me know and I'll make it right. Even if you've taken a breastfeeding class at your hospital, take this class. I took a breastfeeding class at my hospital with my first baby, and it didn't teach me in the way I needed to learn. Mighty Milk's class is different. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. I recently got a message from a customer who said she couldn't believe that the class isn't much more expensive. But I want you to be able to afford this class and for you to be able to jump in and start boosting your confidence right away. If you spent money on baby clothes, on decorating a cute nursery, on baby gear, this should be a no-brainer. Am I here telling you that breastfeeding is going to be easy and that this class will instantly solve all of your challenges? Definitely not. Some breastfeeding classes guarantee that breastfeeding will go well, and I think that's not fair. Breastfeeding is really hard in our culture for so many reasons, but just a couple of hours of watching our class can make a huge difference in your confidence, knowledge, and your sense of peace in the 4th trimester. I know you showed up today for a reason. You're super busy, you've got work to do, you're preparing for your baby, you've got stuff to do around the house, but here you are. I know you're here because you're trying to be the very best parent you can be and give your baby a healthy start to life. And that is amazing. You might be thinking, will this online class actually make a difference for me? Even if you learn just one nugget that you can take with you that will make breastfeeding feel easier and that will make postpartum life feel easier, this class is worth it. And I guarantee you'll take away many, many nuggets. You might say, this all sounds great. I'm going to come back to this later tonight or in a few days. But you and I both know that you won't come back. I don't want you to lose out on the chance for this class to change the course of your breastfeeding journey. Make the choice right now. Avoid the temptation to put this off. Even if you don't start watching the class right away, you'll have access to it and you'll come back to it. I'll even send you email reminders once you enroll to help encourage you to get through the class. Make this decision now. Do this for you, do this for your baby, and for your postpartum life. You're going to go to this link if you're pregnant or this link if you have a newborn. Or better yet, click the link in the pinned comments. You're less than 1 minute away from enrolling in the class and starting to feel an immediate confidence boost. Thanks so much, and I'll see you inside.